Abhishek. I recently got my Cyprus tourist visa. So the reason for making this video is because I felt that there's not a lot of guidance or procedure available on YouTube for how to get Cyprus visa, and that is understandably so because the process for Cyprus visa is very similar to that of Schengen visa, but we can only visit one country, that is Cyprus visa that is Cyprus with this visa. But with Schengen visa, you can travel to most of Europe. So that is the reason most people do not take this visa. But there may be times where you want to travel to Cyprus specifically, and there is a thing that if you have a Schengen visa, you can travel to Cyprus, but if you don't have a Schengen visa, you will need the Cyprus visa, obviously. So how to get the Cyprus visa, we'll discuss in this video, and we'll cover everything. What is the procedure? What are the all the documents which are needed, and what is the process for the appointment? What is the fees? What is the processing time? Everything in detail we will discuss. So since I have gone through this process in depth, like I spent a lot of time, so I know everything. So we'll discuss that. So I have everything in my phone here, all the documents. So we'll go through them one by one. So first, let's see. So Cyprus visa is basically, so we have to collect a set of documents, and then we have to go to the appointment. VFS Global is there, which handles visas for Cyprus, and then they will deal with the High Commission of Cyprus and get your passport delivered to you. So starting with what are the documents needed. So first thing is the application form. So it is similar to the Schengen visa application form. So you have to fill this form. I prefer to fill it digitally, like you can use some PDF editor for that. You can fill it digitally. There is a video by Amit Chaudhary sir, and he makes a lot of videos on Schengen visas. So he has clearly discussed how to fill the application form. So since the application form of Cyprus is similar, you can follow the same procedure. If you want me to make a separate video on how to fill the form, you can drop it in the comments. So that is there. In a short form, I think half an hour should be enough to fill it. Basic details like your name, passport details, address, what is your purpose of visit, who will be sponsoring you, these kind of details will be there. Most of the things you will fill in if you don't travel frequently. So that is there. After the application form, obviously, you will need your passport. So the passport should have at least 6 months of validity after you intend to travel. So you should make sure of that. And also there should be empty pages in the passport, and if you have any old passports, you will have to give that too. So once the passport is done, then you will need 2 passport size photos. For the one will be for the form, and one I think they will do some internal processing, or they may have some documents where they will use it. So 2 passport photos. It should be a close-up of the face rather than a typical passport size photo which is used for, let's say, the competitive exam and so there it will not be a close-up, but here it should be a close-up of the face. So please make sure you get it clicked in that way, because for Cyprus visa there is no biometric process. So they use that passport size photo to for the visa itself. So they won't click your photo separately for this. The 2 photos are needed. Then you will need Xerox copies of the passport. Not the photo, the passport. You will need the Xerox copies of the passport. So the front, which will have the photo and your name, everything, and the back side that will have the address, name, address, father's name, mother's name. So these 2 pages you will need the Xerox. Once that is done, now let's move to the other set of documents. So first thing you will need is a hotel reservation. So hotel reservation you can book, and it should match with the dates of travel that you have filled in the application form. Let's say you have filled 1st to 5th of August. So you should have a booking to confirm that. So I would suggest you to use booking.com, because there will be many options where you don't need to do prepayment. So you can pay it at the property. So let's say in the worst case, if your visa gets rejected, you won't lose any money on the hotel reservation. So that is there. So you can do a hotel reservation. So that confirmation you will have to submit. The confirmation page will come in the email, right? So you have to submit that. So next you will need a travel itinerary. So that is basically you can say a dummy flight reservation or a dummy flight booking. So you can simply do a Google search on like dummy flight tickets for visa or something like that. There will be many websites nowadays who will give you that. It will basically be like a dummy ticket, you can say. It will show the flights the time, exact time, same. It will give some PNR number just to show that okay, you will be traveling by this flight and so and so. So you can use that. Also, like websites are there, like Emirates is there, the airline, so they will also have some procedure for booking. So you have to book the tickets, same process. There will be an option to select fix my price for the next 72 hours or something will be there. So the price for booking this demo ticket will be around $15 to $20. In that range it will be there, around 1200 1400 rupees. So you will have to spend that much, you have to take the risk. So that is done, travel itinerary. Then you have to prepare a cover letter. So cover letter should be addressed to the High Commission of Cyprus. It should clearly mention your what your introduction should be there. What are your travel dates? What is your purpose of travel? How you will support your trip financially. Is there a sponsor or you are supporting it yourself? What are the? You should also mention what are the documents you have attached in your application, just to be clear. And then you can mention like what you will be doing in Cyprus, like visiting, attending a conference, tourism, where all you will visit. Try to keep it detailed, but not very detailed. Like within I would say 150 200 words you should explain. No one has that much time, so in a short way you should convey all the relevant information. So in which that is done, then let's say you are traveling to a conference or a seminar, workshop, symposium, they will give an invitation letter, so you should attach that. In case you are a college student, you will need to provide a bona fide certificate that indicates that you are a student of this particular college or university in this year. This is your roll number, so that should be there. In case you are a working professional and you are traveling on behalf of your company, so you will have to submit an employment letter. So I am a student, so I traveled as a and I will be traveling as a PhD scholar. So I'm not very sure what is there in employment letter. So you can check on that. So you can cover that employment letter part. So since you are traveling from a company, so you can use that. Then the next thing we will need is your bank statement. So last 3 month bank statement is required, and it should be stamped by the bank. So you can simply take a printout of the statement. So that is what I did in my case. I have account in SBI. So I took a printout and went to the local branch. It does not need to be your home branch. I think anywhere they will do it. So my home branch is in Patna, but I am currently in Chennai. So I just went to the local SBI branch and they stamped it. They did not ask any questions. You can carry ID proof like Aadhaar or such. So stamped bank statement. It should be of last 3 months. You can also attach if you have any fixed deposits in the bank, you can attach that just to show that okay, you have sufficient financial means. Then if you are filing income tax returns, you will need to file the ITR certificate or the ITR returns. I don't file because I am a student right now. So I had simply, if you are not filing ITR returns, you have to disclose that through undertaking. You can simply write a small letter that due to such and such reason I am not filing ITR, or I am. If you are a student, let's say you are on a student, you are on some scholarship. Scholarships are exempt from income tax, so you can add that. Simply write a small undertaking letter, and that should be enough. Then you can attach your pay slips. If you are working in a company or you are even getting a scholarship, there will be some kind of pay slips nowadays. So the last 3 months of pay slips you can attach. Then you will need a travel insurance. You can get it from policybazaar.com. They will have many travel insurances. So it should be of 30,000 euros. So it will be around, you can say, for $50,000. So that will be basically the default amount in Policybazaar if you select travel insurance. So travel insurance of $50,000 you can take. It will be around 400 to 500 rupees. No need to add too many. Just pick one which covers everything. Like loss of passport, loss of luggage in case of any missed connection, those kind of things. So just add a travel insurance. Then after all these documents are ready, so make sure you have 2 to 3 copies. Just in case of everything. If you have one copy and they may ask sometimes, like you don't know like what is the situation there, so if they ask for 2 copies of something, I prefer to have 2 copies. In case the document is original, you will have an original document itself. In case there is a Xerox, it will be a Xerox. Once all these things are done, you have to go to VFS Global website. So go to the website, you can type in Google VFS Global India Cyprus. It will redirect you to the website of VFS Global, which is for India and for Cyprus. So there you will have to create an account and log in, and there you can book the appointment. Some basic details would need to be filled, like name, surname, phone number, email ID, passport number, what is your date of travel, which country you are traveling to, very basic details, hardly takes 10 minutes. So you can book the appointment there, pick a suitable date and time, and you can go with all these documents to the VFS Global on that day. So my appointment was in Chennai, so here there was not much queue. So prefer to travel early, but they won't allow you anyway. A lot of, if your appointment is at 10, they will only allow you at 9:45. So no use going too early, but prefer to reach on time so that you don't face any issues. And so once you reach there, you will take all these documents. So all these documents along with two passport size photos. So you'll have to submit them. Along with this, I forgot to tell you. Once you book the appointment online, there will be an appointment confirmation letter that will get generated. It will be a PDF document of 1 or 2 pages. So you should print that and take it with you, because that is what they will check it at the VFS Global office. So that is done. You go there, submit the documents. They will give a token. Go to the Cyprus counter, submit all the documents. And another thing is, so for Cyprus visa, the payment will be done in the VFS Global office. There is no online payment or such. So there is not a lot of clarity about this, like where should we do the payment. So I will clearly specify here that it will be done in the VFS Global office where you submit the documents. So the price for the visa is 7,300 right now, and there will be a service charge of around 532 or so, 500 rupees, around 500 rupees service charge of VFS that will get added. In case you take a courier service, that will be another 500, so around 8,000, 8,400, 8,500. So I also took one SMS service along with that. Like they just said that Cyprus embassy will not be very active on emails and all, so you should take this. I just took it. It was just 200 rupees. So finally, it was around 8.6k. And you should take this money in cash. They will not accept any card or UPI. You have to take it in cash. You have to submit it. There will be a counter for that. You will submit it there. They will give you a receipt, and that receipt you have to go and take at the document submission counter, and then they will acknowledge that okay, you have submitted, and they will give you the final receipt of the visa. So my visa was processed in 9 days, not 9 working days, exactly 9 days. So in terms of working day, if you see, it will be like 7 days only. So 7th of May I submitted my documents, and on 16th I got back the visa through courier. And you will keep getting regular emails from VFS, like what is the process, what is currently happening. So when the courier gets dispatched, or when it reaches the embassy, you will keep getting mails. Once you get back the passport, it will have the visa. So hopefully you will get it. It's not that difficult of a visa to get. You should just have all your documents in order. And in case you need assistance regarding any of these documents, or if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me in the comments. I've tried to make this video as much detailed as possible, but if I have missed on anything, please make sure to add it in the comments so that others can also benefit from it. And I would like to add that if you have any other documents which you feel may be relevant, so I have made this video from a perspective that you are traveling as a tourist or a businessman and you don't have anyone in Cyprus. If you have a family or a friend in Cyprus who will be sponsoring you, there will be another document called assumption of responsibility, which should be filled by the host. So you should check on that. But since I did not have, my case was not like that, so I did not worry about that document at all. So if you have, so this is completely from a perspective of tourism or business visit, sponsored by your company. And you can download the application form from the VFS website. That will be there. Okay, I hope I have covered everything here. This video has already become too long. So thank you for watching this video. See you again in the next one.